we flew into Savannah, and then we drove about an hour north to Beaufort, South Carolina. And we hung out in Beaufort because that was kind of close to where we were going to be meeting up with my old friends. And we hung out in Beaufort there for a couple of days. And in the area of South Carolina, Beaufort, like, and that was like the most unexpected. Like Savannah, I've heard of Savannah. Like that's a bigger city in the country. But to go to Beaufort and then to find Hilton Head Island, you know, and Hunting Island and like some of the other, like just the dock there in Beaufort and the town of Beaufort. It's a small town, but man, it was so nice there.
Very peaceful.
And you never hear, like we were saying the whole time, we would have never thought of going to vacation in South Carolina.
Right.
But now it's like, dude, we need to go back to South Carolina.
Yes. There's so much to do, even, you know, with the kids.
Friday, I think we wake up and
after having a crazy evening on Thursday and then waking up Friday and continuing it, like for reals, like, it was so yummy.
So after that evening,
we're like back in our 20s.
Yeah,
we're back at 25, age 25. We are like partying, living it up, like just absolutely doing it big together.
Yep.
Like,
dude, we were having a blast.
Yes.
And it was just the two of us. It was the best.
Yeah.
So we go, we check out Savannah, then we drive to Beaufort. And so the next day on Friday, we wake up and we're like, so we might have again.
No, might have. We did.
I think
it was
probably.
So, yes.
And then after that, we obviously developed an appetite. And we went out to go find something to eat. And so we find like this little market and it's like right by this drawbridge.
Yeah.
You know, and along the boardwalk of this drawbridge, they have all these like swings. There's like 20 of them that just face the water where you can see the boats come in and out of the harbor and go past the drawbridge, and you could just like sit there
and the weather
hang
is
out.
Perfect. Like it's just perfect. There's a light breeze, it's cool, the sun is out.
So like in this area, we're going out, we find this place to eat, right? So we park on the main street because it's like a little main street. I don't even think there's lights in this town.
Yeah.
I don't remember any lights. But right around the corner there's like this little market and you can sit outside and get something to eat. So we stop there. And we're just like hanging out and we're like, all right, so this is day one. Like, this is pretty good. You know, we're in Savannah, whatever. And we're like
eating eggs Benedict. And
right.
I can't remember what you had.
And we're sitting outside and it's like sunny.
The food was so good, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the food was good. The service is great.
Everybody's like super nice.
Yes.
Right. The town is beautiful.
Yes.
We're watching butterflies fucking flying around and shit. And so we sit down to eat. And like the sun is shining, the temperature is like perfect.
Right.
And we're just looking at each other like, holy shit. Like this is pretty good.
We just had some hot sex and now we're like about to eat.
And we're like, life is pretty good right now. And then all of a sudden it starts like drizzling, but not like a lot. It was just a little, just enough to like land on your skin and it's not even getting you wet.
No.
And we're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Am I awake?
We're like, this is not happening. You know what I mean? And dude, the coolest thing is that the entire weekend was like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The whole entire weekend, there was moments throughout the whole weekend where we were just like, dude, is this happening right now?
Yeah. And I just being full of gratitude, being able to share my life with the perfect partner.
Yeah.
So that little drizzle of the rain, we're just like looking at each other. And I remember just laughing. Like,
we were both thinking the same thing. We're like, are you for real? Like right now? With the fucking drizzle?
And I'm just like, God, you're on point today.
Dude. And then it was like still we had time to go do other stuff. But man, it was, that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's that picture, by the way, you guys, because you put it on opposites attract. Yes, I made a heart with my hand, and we're sitting together.
We're eating, eating. Yep, it might have been drizzling in the picture. Yeah, we were like, this is crazy.
And then the lady, our server, comes out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you like me to put up the umbrella? And we're like, no,
just leave it alone.
This is perfect.
Yeah, we started like learning about some of the history of the stuff that had gone on around there in Georgia, in Savannah, in Beaufort. And Beaufort and Savannah, Georgia, in those areas is where they filmed Forrest Gump. And they have a bunch of old plantations. And we actually, the last day that we were in Savannah, we went to the Wormsloe Plantation. And that was pretty cool. They had all those trees that are just kind of like, they're almost like intertwined together. And it's like a tunnel of moss, like oak trees. Yeah. You know, it's really cool.
We almost got lost there.
Yeah.
we were about to go on a ride.
We're like, holy shit, we need to get back.
Because there's different trails, right? There's different trails that you can go on. And you get so mesmerized by the scenery, you're not paying attention. We're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's like you're walking through the forest.
We're laughing. We're just enjoying each other's company. And it's not like there was a lot of people together. Like it wasn't like a tour. So it's individuals, you know, arriving
walking through the forest,
going through,
frolicking through the forest. That's what we were doing. That was the last day when we got back to Savannah to fly out. Right before we flew out, we went and saw that Wormsloe Plantation. That was super cool. But yeah, while we were still in South Carolina, we went to Hunting Island and we walked on the beach there. We saw a horseshoe crab, which is like pretty much a dinosaur.
Yes, we saw two.
And they use their blood. I'm pretty sure they have blue blood, the horseshoe crabs, and they use their blood for some kind of medical stuff. Like it's an important animal. And it's like an ancient thing. And we used to see those growing up in New York all the time, like in the by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we were like picking up shells on the beach. And
oh, you should see these shells.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The kids were like, you didn't buy these? I'm like,
nope.
No. She's like, Audrey's like, these are the type of shells that you buy. I'm like, I know. I'm like, no, we found these.
And that's what we're talking about is like we were having these moments where we find this beach. And so a lot of these things, like I said, we looked them up on a travel tour before, you know, the next day. So yeah, we're walking down the beach. We find sand dollars. One of the things that they said in the tour is that you can find shark's teeth on the beach, like just like right there. So I was like, that would be cool to take a video and get a shark's tooth for Joey and then, you know, give it to him and show him like where we got it. And yeah, we start pulling up all kinds of stuff and we're walking down this beach and there's like all these dead trees that they call the boneyard. And it's like really beautiful. And all of a sudden we just get attacked by these freaking flies, these sand fleas or some shit on the beach. These tiny, they look like little gnats.
Yeah.
But they bite.
It was funny as shit for me because I know Miguel.
Dude.
And for whatever reason, he must have some sweet blood.
They fucking
because
come
mosquitoes
after me.
love him. Like just, yeah.
I don't know if
he is, yeah, no, you got tore up. But anyways, he was complaining about them.
I don't know if you guys can see this in the video.
They can't see that.
But holy shit.
He was complaining and I seen him, but I have yet gotten bit. So, you know, and then all of a sudden, yeah, swarm of them come and we're walking down the beach, right? And it's so bad that I cannot open my mouth because if I were to open my mouth, I would have a mouth full.
Yep. I turned my head sideways and I could feel them going in my ear.
Yeah.
So I had to like turn my head straight again because like we're trying to get the fuck out of here. And like I turned my head back straight so that they would hit me straight in the face. And I have like my head down a little bit so that they don't go up my nose. You know, it's like, and I look back at you and I think it was when I was turning back to look at you that they were kind of fucking going in my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at you and all I can see is you like giggling with your mouth closed and your eyes are almost shut and you're like walking through all these fucking flies. And that was all we could, because I knew what you were thinking.
What was I thinking?
Well, at least I started giggling too, because I was just like, I just can't believe that this is fucking happening. Because it was like we were saying, it was another one of those fucking moments, like when we were having brunch and the fucking sun is shining. And it's like, it was awesome. We're picking up shells and all this fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we just get attacked. Yeah. And it's like, what is fucking happening right now? It's like, we're swatting at these fucking things.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
dude,
you had to.
No, like you had to move your arm because they would land on you and fucking bite you.
And so I finally got bit by one, and this motherfucker hurt. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the whole time I was getting bit right from the fucking beginning.